Hi there, I'm Tom Field. I'm Senior Vice President of Editorial with Information Security Media Group. Topic of conversation today is securing data in a SaaS world. It's my privilege to be speaking today with Yaki Faitelson, CEO, President, Co-founder, and Chairman of the Board of Varonis. Yaki, thanks so much for making time for me today.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yaki, you made the statement not so long ago. You can't unbreach data. It's a big statement. What are the implications of that statement?
I think that it's very simple. It's just stating the reality. If you have a breach and no one touched any data, most of the time nothing happened. And when the critical data is in the wrong hands, you have what we call lasting damage. This is it. You have damage is happening, and it's very hard to reverse the situation. The reality that by and large, the objective for any CISO is to protect data, and this is what they need to do. Sometimes they are not doing it effectively. It's a very hard task.
As you know, generative AI has been the topic of the year. You've got companies now starting to adopt AI tools such as Microsoft Copilot to give their employees some extra support to do their jobs. It's just one example. What do you believe CISOs need to know about generative AI and its impact on data security in particular?
Generative AI, in general, it's a complete game changer in terms of productivity. The issue is that today, according to Microsoft, this is not Varonis saying 90% of access control is excessive. So if you take a random user from his chair, the vast majority of data they can access is not relevant for them. It's not their data. So what's going on with these AI tools, they will use all the system that you are using for productivity for the business and the potential access in order to mine data and to create these high value information products. This is one. And these products are in the blast radius, out of policy, not labeled. It's a huge risk. The other risk is, think about the rate that data is growing. Now, when you provide tremendous automation for it, it's just going to grow so much faster because you will have all these tools that essentially creating a lot of data. And there is a third big problem is you can get a lot of productivity gains as a programmer, but also as a hacker. So a layman, a very basic threat actor, now become a high-end bad actor, and it's very easy to build highly sophisticated malware and APTs, advanced persistence threats, and this kind of stuff. So what's happening is you will see just a massive propagation of information and the ability to create a lot of tools.
Now, you make good points. Yeah, like in the past year, Varonis has been completely rebuilt in the cloud and it's experiencing rapid adoption. Why did you decide to move Varonis to a SaaS? And can you share what's driving this new demand?
Yeah, so what happened first and foremost is that most organizations in the world prefer to use SaaS. But this was the small part of this massive project. The big project, if I may say, we are the gold standard of data security. We had this self-hosted data security platform that is extremely valuable. But we look at our customers and we say data is going so fast on so many platforms, and it's completely out of control, and we need to automate the whole process. We looked at it and we said at the end of the day, the CISO and its team needs to get to outcomes, and we need to make sure that it will be completely automatic, and we created the Varonis robots. So what we have done is we took everything that we knew and we built this according to any KPI, world-class SaaS architecture, and we were able to leverage all the metadata that we have in order to be able extremely efficient to find abnormal behavior, stop it and identify it and stop it and to get to the root cause very fast. But the second thing we have done is we build a lot of robots for classification and for remediation. The North Star was 10% of the effort, orders of magnitude, 10 times more value, and it's working according to plan. It's working extremely well, and we completely changed the game. We took something that is highly complicated and constantly becoming more complicated and automated almost completely. And the other thing we have done, we have tremendous team of professional services, world-class incident response team, we and also our partners, and through the SaaS, we made sure that our people can be 10 times more productive And in a frictionless way, we can cater to our employees, even if they don't have people to operate the system. It's really the platform provide now almost a no-touch value. You just need to pay, minimal setup, and then we find the critical data, we remediate to make sure that only the right people can access the right data. We alert and stop abnormal behavior and get to root cause super fast.
Yaki, we live and work here in interesting times, and navigating the cybersecurity market seems to be more challenging than ever. And of course, many single-purpose tools address only a small portion of the security stack today. What are the types of things you're hearing in your conversations with CISOs, and how would you say Varonis is delivering new security outcomes?
So in terms of the new security outcomes, is everything that I explained in data protection, threat detection and response, and classification. But the key in a platform, at the end of the day, platform is just multi-use software framework. And you need to make sure that logically everything makes sense, that you will not have features with busy work, that you will be able to solve outcomes automatically. And if you really break down the anatomy of all the data breaches that you had, you saw that it was a lot of lateral movement from one data store to the other, exploiting all the data flows from insiders to outside APTs with command and control and the APIs. And this is what we do. We solve the problem end to end with tremendous automation to gain this outcome, and also a lot of coverage. Where you have critical data, we are going to protect.
Very well said. Yeah, I appreciate your time and insights today. Thanks so much for taking time to speak with me.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Again, the topics have been securing data in a SaaS world. You've just heard from Yaki Faitelson. He's CEO, president, co-founder, and chairman of the board with Varonis. For Information Security Media Group, I'm Tom Field. Thank you for giving us your time and attention today.